I could cite conflict of interest, but given your exemplary behavior thus far, I won't. Detective Falconeri, you may take the prisoner into custody. And I am instructing you at this time, formally, to place him under arrest, so that for once, we can follow the letter of the law. You could step down off the stand, son.
Michael Corinthos III, you were under arrest. Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. You understand these rights as I've explained them to you?
Yes.
Let's go.
Mr. Corinthos, in the light of your son's confession, all charges against you in regard to the death of your wife, Claudia Zakara Corinthos, are withdrawn. You are a free man for the time being. Now, before I adjourn, I would like to take this opportunity to reprimand counsel for defense and prosecution, various and sundry witnesses, and anyone else who conspired to conceal the truth and waste the people's time, money, and patience. Mr. Corinthos, Mrs. Jacks, you have perjured yourselves and may be so charged. Ms. Miller, Ms. Walsh, you have suborned perjury and may be so charged. Ms. Walsh, you may be further charged with malicious prosecution if there is any evidence that you knew the defendant was innocent and decided to pursue this case, hoping for a high-profile conviction for the purpose of your own career advancement. This country is founded on the principle of the rule of law. And good men and women have fought and died and continue to fight and die to secure that principle, and you spit all over it. You should all be grateful for the same rule of law, because if it was up to me, I would send a lot of you to prison for the next 20 years. You disgust me. Now get the hell out of my courtroom. We are adjourned.
What's your best and worst case scenario, Michael?
Well, if you can predict what Judge Carroll will do, you're way ahead of me.
Well, it was clear from Michael's testimony that he acted in the moment. There was no premeditation, so it's got to count for something, right?
Jax, I think the rest of us are in a lot more trouble than Michael is. We made a mockery of the judicial system, and Judge Carroll's going to make sure we pay.
Could you stop thinking about yourself for just one moment? I'm trying to figure out if there's any way I can help Michael.
I already told you it's in the judge's hands, and unfortunately, we don't have enough evidence to support self-defense. And Carly's lied so many times anyway, the judge is not going to believe a word she says. But on a positive note, Michael was a minor when he killed Claudia, and his records show brain damage.
Okay, so what's your best guess on sentencing?
I imagine Michael will get a suspended sentence and mandatory counseling. But your wife may not be so fortunate.
I can feel your mind working. You're trying to think of a way to help Michael, but you know what? Our son is stronger than we think. He's going to be okay.
Our son's going to be okay. You know what I saw? I saw my son being handcuffed by your bastard, Sonny.